Jai Shri Ram. Namaste and hello. My name is Anand, and today I'm going to be going over this beautiful and magnificent temple right behind me, also known as the Hindu Temple of Dayton, as well as go over the spiritual beliefs of our culture, Hinduism. Though I am 21 years old, I can assure you that I have a pretty good knowledge about Hinduism, and that's all thanks to my father, Pandit Ashwini Kumarji, who actually is a priest at this temple. Now, before I continue, I would like to take this time to thank the HCO board, as well as the other priests here at the temple, Pandit Ramesh Rajamani, for providing me with this opportunity to share my knowledge with all of you. The temple was established in the early 80s as a permanent venue for Hindus in Dayton. It encouraged congregation for worship, which allowed people to learn more about the concept of religion and culture. As a matter of fact, the temple aims to promote positive interactions, harmony, and spiritual growth within our community. For those who are watching, let us slowly fold our hands together and repeat the word Om slowly together while closing our eyes. Every time you say Om, I want you to envision something that makes you happy, something that makes you feel like you. Each time you say Om, feel more connected to Brahma, also known as our Creator. Let us begin. Om, the highest sacred symbol in Hinduism. It is a universal vibration and sound chanted before yoga and meditation practice. It is a manifestation of consciousness. Om represents the consciousness and divinity from within, which is present in our three states of existence: the awakening stage, the dreamer stage, and deep sleep. When we say Om, we feel peace in our heart, mind, body, speech, and cosmos. Om represents our Creator, Sat Chit Anand. Sat is truth, Chit is conscious, and Anand is joy. So when we say Om, we speak the truth. And when we speak the truth, we feel more conscious and more aware. And when we feel conscience, that is when we experience true happiness. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when you feel most connected to Brahma from within. You want to take a look inside? Come on. Oh. Wow. Isn't the temple beautiful? Please, take a look for yourself. Hinduism, known as Sanatan Dharma, or Eternal Way, is our planet's original and oldest living religion. It's the third largest religion in the world. But did you know that Hinduism never had a single human founder? It's simply a religion that helps a devotee search for truth from within. Many sages of India during meditation experienced divinity within themselves, and they were able to pass on this knowledge through oral tradition approximately 5,000 years ago as holy scriptures called Vedas. Now, you're probably wondering what that bell above me is all about, right? Well, when we walk into a temple, we typically ring the bell to emit a very beautiful ringing sound that echoes throughout the room. It alerts our consciousness that we have entered a very holy place. It brings the left and right parts of our brain into unity. It touches the 7 chakras within our body, the energy centers within us, in which matter and consciousness meet. And that is emphasized in yoga and meditation. Oh, that reminds me. For example,
Gananam tva ganapatigum havamahe kavim kavinam upamasravastamam sunmanti devi savai vedai
As you can see, when we fold our hands and say Namaste, we are bowing down to our Creator, which is also known as Shastan Pranam. This means surrendering my ego in front of the deity and in respect for elders. Now, a Hindu lives his or her life according to 4 Purushatra. Purushatra, the pursuits and goals of human life. Dharma, duties that includes righteous and ethical conduct. Artha, earning wealth, name, and fame, which falls into accordance with Dharma. Kama, fulfilling desires, also falling in harmony with Dharma. Moksha, complete liberation, and this is the ultimate goal, to reach the pinnacle of consciousness where living being and Brahma are one. Now at this moment, the 2 priests are conducting a puja, or a religious chanting, offering their sincere prayers to Brahma himself. We are also praying that Brahma will grant us the power to serve humanity for the rest of our lives. Including these rituals, there are many other reasons why people go to the Hindu temple. Individualized prayers, group chanting and prayers, special pujas on special occasions and festivals, and sometimes sit in silence to pray and meditate, which allows them to dwell within their inner worlds of consciousness. Now, most people have a very linear approach when it comes to time. Hinduism believes that the concept of time is cyclical. It's a continuous circle in which life begins to end and ends to begin. Time is a manifestation of Brahma. He's beyond time and space. He's omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. All-knowing, all-powerful, and all-present. Now, since Hinduism believes that time is cyclical, this explains why we believe in reincarnation. It's the idea that people go through the cycle of life through multiple lifetimes. That is why it's important to live a happy and cheerful life, because that determines your wheel of destiny. Your wheel determines what kind of life you have in your next rebirth. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, how long do you keep reincarnating for? Well, as previously mentioned, our ultimate goal is to attain moksha, or salvation. This is when self-realization occurs, where one has lived a life that finds unity with our Creator, who can finally find freedom from the cycle of rebirth. Now, another question you could be asking is, how can I attain self-realization? Simple. Ask yourself the question, who am I? Hindu Dharma teaches various methods to reach the ultimate goal of moksha. Being a good human, which includes having qualities like compassion, friendliness, truthfulness, and absence of anger, greed, attachment, and pride. Having the constant desire of being one with Brahma. Having unpretentious, selfless service. Our beliefs determine our thoughts and attitudes about life, which in turn direct our actions. And our actions must serve the purpose for the good of humanity. This is otherwise known as Karma Yoga, or selfless service. And having a passion for knowing the truth. To understand Hinduism, one must understand 2 important philosophical points of view. The first one, the philosophy of universal truth. This truth of total inclusion of everything in the cosmos, including me standing on this earth. To understand this truth, one has to be willing to look within themselves and connect the dots externally. By doing so, very few people can stretch their mind to understand this divine abstract, which does not require rituals or deity. This philosophy of insight and experience uses the guidelines of the ancient texts called the Vedas and the Upanishads, which was compiled by the greatest philosophers the world had ever seen several thousands of years ago. The second point of view is the philosophy of manifestation. In this context, People see divinity in the form of a specific deity with certain attributes. As a result, several forms of deities and rituals have become an integral part of Hindu way of living. This beautiful temple in Dayton provides a platform for such an experience of divinity within us. Here we have Lord Ganeshji, the remover of obstacles. He helps one reach their aspirations in a timely and self-assuring manner. And if anything gets in the way, Lord Ganesha will make sure to hold your hand and jump over the hurdle with you. Because no one deserves to go through a challenge alone. Follow me. Here we have Lord Ramji, form of Dharma. He is an incarnation of God in human form who provided knowledge about Dharma. And his life is still even relevant to us today. Lord Krishnaji symbolizes compassion, love, and tenderness. Besides him is Sri Radhaji. Their unity represents their ideal relationship that every human desires in his or her life. Lord Krishna is known to make people smile with his melodious flute tune. He was an incarnation of God in human form who re-established Dharma in a weakening society and resolved the conflicts of Arjuna, which has been transcribed in the Bhagavad Gita. And this is still relevant to us even today. And here we have the Holy Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Brahma, the creator with his consort Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. You cannot create anything without knowledge. Vishnu, the preserver with his consort Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. You cannot preserve anything without the help of finance. And Mahesh, god of dissolution, with his consort Parvati, the goddess of power. You cannot have a fresh start without having the power to destroy evil. Let us all just take a moment to reflect and think about all the things that we are grateful for. All the things that the Supreme Almighty has given us. Everything that has occurred in our life has somehow shaped us to who we are today, and we need to be grateful for that. Let us all take a moment to offer our sincere prayers to Brahma and just say thank you. Join me. Thank you. Well, there you have it. Hinduism is a beautiful religion with many values. The Hindu Temple of Dayton provides an insight into the Indian culture, which could be a great way to find spiritual connection with oneself. Hinduism teaches you about truth, love, and divinity, while ensuring that you stay true to the people around you, as well as stay true to yourself. Thank you for watching. Jai Shri Ram, glory to God. Until next time.